Hey besties, happy Sunday, welcome back to my channel. Today, if you are my parents, do not watch this video. We are tapping into the Siedler archives today, so essentially we're talking through some luxury items that I have not bought, but people in my family have bought, and they ended up in my apartment for some magical reason. Where do we want to start? I think we start with handbags, because that is just... handbags are always a good time, don't you agree? I think so. First off, something that feels very archival is this Dior bag. This Dior little shoulder bag, I am obsessed with. My mom, essentially, she wants it back. I'm going to bring it back to her very shortly, which is why we're filming this now. But basically, this is a little vintage Dior shoulder bag moment. It is in like the Dior vintage canvas kind of monogram style with some leather details. This to me feels very, I was gonna say Y2K, but I think even older than that. I adore this little zipper. This to me just feels, you know, vintage in the best way. It's aged brilliantly. It has like a shoulder strap and a little canvas strap moment. And just wearing this on your shoulder is just the chicest little moment ever. This bag is just stylish to me. I wore this to a wedding not long ago with my Bordeaux Zimmermann silk dress, the Manolo Blahnik flats in this bag. OMG, obsessed. I got so many compliments on this bag, and compliments to my mom, I guess, for buying this chic little bag. Can I just say, like, the attention to detail? Do you see the little CDs? There is a CD on each side of this little thingy. There is a CD here. There are CDs on this little guy. Do you see? Do you see the attention to detail on this thing? I mean, I am just completely obsessed. And then on the front of the bag, you have the little Dior right here. You have Dior right there. And then the same on this side, right? Just a bunch of Christian Dior little monograms. Like, how cute is this? And then it says Christian Dior Paris on the inside. Like, it's just one of these shoulder bag moments. And like I said, I wish I could keep this, but mom wants it back, so mom will have it back, you know. Obsessed with this. Another little shoulder bag moment. This one I'm not so sure about. This is some sort of Mulberry little shoulder bag moment. I think it's the Roxanne shoulder bag. She bought this like very, very long ago. I don't think she's worn it much, but I think, do you see this? I think it has potential. I think this is one of those little, it's just a full leather bag. Like, it's leather on the inside. She has stuffed it with some plastic or something. It's just leather on the inside. It's just chic. It's just, I don't know, like a high quality leather bag, which is, I guess, what Mulberry does. Now, this is not really my style, right? Because it's a lot of hardware, it's a lot of detail, but it is a chocolate brown bag. And we all know how I feel about chocolate brown bags. And I don't really have like a little shoulder bag moment. And I think I'm ready for a shoulder bag moment. So I'm going to make use of the fact that it magically ended up in my home, and I'm gonna use it a little. Whilst we're talking about Mulberry, this is something that my mom ordered through Vestiaire Collective, I think last year, at the same time when I ordered my Dior duffel travel bag. She has not worn it. It still has the tags on it. I delivered it to her home, and she delivered it back to me, so I'm not sure how she feels about this bag. I think she feels it's a little bit too small. I made a comment that Louis Vuitton Speedies are super fashionable, and they are basically in this shape. And I think this, like, if you like the shape of a Speedy, but you're not really a Louis Vuitton monogram type person, and you're not really into epi leather and stuff, do look into vintage Mulberry bags. This one, obviously, we got at Vestiaire Collective. I think she paid like, so like 200 euros or something for it. So it was a cute little deal. It has like a super smooth zipper, as you just heard. It has the little fabulous Mulberry checkered lining on the inside. And this is just, it has a little inside pocket. On the other side, she has it stuffed with some paper. And it's, I mean, this is just chic to me. So it's one of these, like, unless she comes and takes it back, I might like full-time steal this, because I think this is just a vibe in a moment. Don't you think? And like Mulberry bags in general, I feel like they're just chic. They're understated and chic. Not to be like quiet luxury and stuff, but you know, Mulberry is kind of old school, kind of prep, kind of, I don't know, a tennis aesthetic. One of you guys commented that maybe my style for summer is more of a tennis vibe versus an equestrian cafe vibe, and I think I agree. Maybe I'm just like a coastal tennis mom in the summers, and I think this goes both with the coastal tennis and the luxurious equestrian cafe style narrative that I have. So, Mom, don't take it back, please. I'm obsessed with this. Maybe I need to buy it from her. Maybe that's what I need to do, actually. My mom has a Dior duffel bag that essentially she's had since the 80s. I've tried to steal it. I've said this on my channel many times. I've tried to steal it. She's stolen it back. I decided to buy my own Dior duffel, and now my mom tried to steal my Dior duffel. She tried to swap, but I'm just like, you know, out of principle, I'm like, I've tried to steal your Dior duffel so many times, and now I bought my own, and now you want mine. Excuse you. I'm obsessed with my Dior duffel. I'm obsessed with my mom's Dior duffel as well. I think why she wanted to steal mine was just because of the leather sides that mine has. Hers more like, you know, Louis Vuitton never full, no, not never full, keep all type style, you know? That's just a canvas all throughout it. I'll pop up a picture, but essentially, this is my Dior duffel. Obsessed. I'm obsessed with my mom's Dior duffel. We have just a couple of more bags, and then we'll move on to other stuff. Essentially, we had a little moment, me and my parents. When I was 18, right, I got my driver's license. I may have done a little damage on one of the cars. It was not a bad accident, but it was just a little mishap in traffic, right? My parents, they paid for the repairs and stuff, but my dad was like, well, buy something nice for your mom in return for kind of, you know, doing harm to her car. So what I bought for her was this mulberry tote. She's not used hers a lot. It's like in new condition. I mean, the straps are like crumbled up because she's had it crumbled up in her wardrobe. But this is just one of those super chic totes. When I bought this for her, I said, that is a chic bag. Maybe I need to buy one for myself too. So do you know what I did? I bought one. Mine is used a lot more though. This is my mom's and this is mine. Obsessed. Mine is, like I said, it's used. I've used mine so much. Look at the straps. They've stretched out. Do you see? My straps are so much longer. You don't see that, but now you maybe see it. Here's my, and here's hers. Like literally. Mine is so worn. I've probably abused mine a little bit. I used it a lot for like university and stuff, and there obviously you have to carry a lot of heavy books and a laptop, you know? So mine is not in as great condition as hers, but equally, I mean, they're super chic. I know the car story was not ideal, but at least we got 2 chic mulberry bags out of it. And I got one of my most used bags out of that journey as well, so you know, it's all about the silver lining in life. Secondly, these are not designer bags, but I have them stored in my mulberry tote, so clearly we just have to talk about them. These, me and my mom bought matching ones. She probably bought the black one, I bought the brown one. I clearly have both now. We bought them at like Century 21 in New York. We thought these were super chic. This was in the like tiny bag era of, you know, having low-rise skinny jeans and wearing a small little bag on your, like in the crook of your arm. This was just a whole mood. I wore this so much. Clearly, like I said, I bought the brown one. My mom bought the black one. I am pretty sure I stole hers straight away because once again, one of them is like barely used and the other one is like so used. The brown one, not used at all. The black one, basically worn out, so these, I just wanted to spend a little moment on these. These I think are, they're kind of preppy and cute. Like I wore the brown one a little bit last summer because I think it's just kind of a mood, you know? And especially in summer with the like white stripes on it, it's kind of giving, you know, coastal. It's kind of giving a little bit sporty and preppy. It's kind of giving tennis, no? Don't you think? Or polo or something like this. And these are just, like, I will never get rid of these. I am forever holding on to them, even though Tommy Hilfiger is not really a handbag brand that I would buy frequently, you know, but it's just, you know, they're just a vibe. let me just put all of this away. Something else that I am super obsessed with, and if my mom didn't keep track of things, then I would probably steal this full time. This is a Bulgari bag. This one I think is called the Diva bag or a Diva's Dream or something like this. This one, do you see the delicious color? Do you see the delicious emerald green color of this? It has the Bulgari like lettering on the back. It has a little back pocket. It has this fabulous opening mechanism, and obviously we have a shoulder strap in here. You know when people rave about chains? I mean chains like shoulder straps on bags. People usually talk about the Saint Laurent shoulder straps, but what about the Bulgari ones? Bulgari. I think you should say Bulgari, but I tend to say Bulgari, so if I say it wrong, I'm sorry. I'm butchering all the brand names all the time anyway, so who is even surprised? But this bag, oh my gosh, these chains, that was what I was talking about. These chains are just so heavy and substantial. Like this strap is just luxurious. And I just have to show you, like on the back of, because it has like a little snap kind of closing thingy. On the back of that, you have these and they say Bulgari on them. Like the attention to detail with these like brands, I'm just obsessed. And then it has the same kind of triangle shape as it has on the closing mechanism. This bag, it's just one of these that I think is super chic. I think would be super nice to use. She hasn't even taken off the little plastic thingy on the little toggle on the zipper in the like on the inside of the bag. I'm obsessed. I think I need to buy a Bulgari bag because I think Bulgari bags are they're just chic, you know, and they're just classic and timeless and just a vibe, you know? Don't we think? Is this not like such a vibe? I think so. Obsessed. I'm gonna move on before I like convince myself to either buy one for myself or try to steal it from my mom. And the dust bag, like the dust bag of this. Do you see this dust bag? Oh my gosh, do you see the sheen? Do you see the gold Bulgari on it? And then the like little thingy has gold strings. Oh my gosh, obsessed. Let's move on to a little bit of a luggage moment. I have this. This has no brand, but this little duffel bag I think is just chic and it's just everything and it's giving 80s. It is a full suede moment. It kind of looks strange on camera, but just trust the process. It's just a giant suede little tote. Or not little, it's giant. But this with the different little suede kind of patches, I think this is just so chic. Imagine just traveling with this. It's super heavy because it's full suede, right? So it's not super practical to travel with. It has like a 2-zipper type moment. So you zip it, you open it just as so. It's just brilliant. Like the zipper is still so smooth, even though it's probably, like I said, from the like 70s or 80s or something. Like these things, they just do not get produced in this day and age. I think this, it has feet. Do you see the feet? Oh my gosh, it's just such high quality. It's just squishy. It's just soft. The suede on it is just deliciously like high quality. It's just amazing. I can imagine like a brand like Bottega Veneta doing something like this. I don't know, it's not from them, but I could imagine them doing something like this and charging like 5,000 euros for it, you know, which is ridiculous. But I am happy to have this one, and it's just super chic and stylish, don't you agree? Something else in terms of luggage that I've stolen. My granddad, he traveled a lot for work. He traveled with Rimowa cases. This Rimowa case is older than me. It's since forever ago. It does not have wheels. It's just one of these. Do you see how big this is? Do you see their little Rimowa logo as well? It's one of these that you see in like villain movies, like, you know, James Bond. He's carrying like a little, you know, Rimowa case, like an aluminum case full of cash. That is what I imagine this. My granddad did not do those types of activities though. He just traveled with this like for his general work travel. But oh my gosh, this is just everything. Like, who has like vintage Rimowa little trunk standing around? I stole this from my parents because I wanted it as kind of a little decorative piece in my apartment. They have more of them and I tried to steal more, but my mom was like, please make it stop. Like, you cannot steal them. They have like a little one that my mom traveled with to not too long ago. We traveled to Chicago. Essentially, she was like, this will be such a chic travel moment. It ended up with me basically carrying it throughout the entire airport, because even though it was like a much smaller one, like it was a kind of one that's meant for a handheld travel, right? But I mean, we're just not used to that in today's day and age. And that aluminum case, oh my gosh, even though she just had her essentials, like it got super heavy. And I rolled it on my other Rimowa case. I had my Rimowa and her Rimowa on top of each other, and it was just, my hand was like hurting from holding on to that little Rimowa. But oh my gosh, it's so chic. I would love to have it as another little decorative piece in my apartment, but my parents won't let me steal it. Which is reasonable. I totally agree. I stole one. I stole this one, and I am super thankful for having it as a decorative piece in my apartment. Something that I stole from my dad, or not really stole. We kind of agreed that I could take it. But it's this little Omega piece. This is an Omega dynamic watch. It has an automatic movement. It basically needed a little bit of help, so I serviced it a little bit, and I shortened the shoulder strap. I shortened the little bracelet thingy on it so that it would fit my wrist, and then he was like, well, you can have it, I don't wear it anyway. So this little Omega dynamic watch, I've used it so much. I've changed the little glass, because the glass was also, like, the watch is from the 70s. The glass was also from the 70s, and it started to get a little bit, you know, it was not as clear. It had a little bit of like chipping on it, and it was just time to change it out. But clearly Omega could change it. They basically put a new like Omega branded glass on it, so it was just, now it's just going strong again. This is one of those pieces that I think, like, yes, it is a bigger watch for like a wrist like mine, but I think it's just giving a moment to the outfit. It just feels sporty. It feels like I should do Formula 1 when I wear this, especially when I wear it with my orange Hermes Click H bracelet, because the pointer is orange and the Hermes Click H bracelet is in the exact same orange. Can I do this like the beauty gurus do? Do you see that moment? Oh my gosh, so chic. Is she driving Formula 1 actually? This little watch moment, I know my dad, every time I wear it, he's like, oh my gosh, that is so chic. And I low-key think he wants to steal it back, but essentially he has a Tag Heuer watch that he wears basically every day. So I think even if he had this, he wouldn't wear it, right? So that's how I'm justifying it to myself. One last thing that I just need to walk over there and get. Okay, this is something that I am totally obsessed with. This is super chic. This is one of these like Italian chic pieces that I low-key would want to have in my collection too. I have two, but not completely the same, you know? Just look at this. This is a Max Mara little, it's called a Dritto coat. It's basically one of these, it's a wrap style coat. It has this little fur kind of hood on it. It's black, clearly. My mom, she adores a black moment. Like, she has a black Hermes Evelyn. She has this one. I have a brown Hermes Evelyn, and I have a camel coat like this one. So we could essentially be twinning. We still are yet to do that, but that is what I want to do this winter. This coat, oh my gosh, so chic. This is something that, like I said, if I could, I would steal it full time, but it's just living in my apartment for a little moment. It's 100% wool. It's in a size Italian 40. Mine are in Italian 38, I think. So hers is one size bigger than mine, but oh my gosh, just look at that. With a sunglass and with like a Birkin bag would give mob wife vibes. Don't you agree? Not saying my mom is a mob wife, she definitely is not. She's such a classy lady. But you know, still, that is just a mood and a half, clearly. Just to show you quickly the one that I have. Yes, this is the Camel Max Mara coat. Do you see it? I mean, it's just the same as the one I showed you. We don't need to take it out of its summer storage. Same with this one. This is my gray one. Look at this, my little gray Max Mara moment. Do you see it? Yes, you see it. Perfect. Then you've seen it. We are obsessed with these. It's great when you can have similar style as your parents, clearly, because then you can just borrow some cute thing. Thank you very much for letting me borrow these things, Mom and Dad. And holler at me if you want them back, you know. What are my favorites? This is clearly a favorite of mine. This Dior little shoulder moment is also a favorite of mine. This one I think is also a favorite. Obviously the watch, because this I wear a lot, you know, so... So much fun. Guys, thank you for coming with me on this little journey of the things I've borrowed from my family. Which one of these pieces was your favorite? I would love to know. If you have some more time to spend with me today, then I'll link another video right here in case you've not already seen it. If you enjoy this chat with me, consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. I will be back here next Sunday at 3 p.m. Swedish time, obviously. And until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.